During a response, you don't rise to the occasion. You actually fall back to the level of your preparedness and your resources, your training, your exercise, and your experiences. Failing to plan is intentionally planning to fail. So events that are of significance, potentially a national special security event or an NSSE. When we talk about planning, that's years in the making. So it is broken down over time and layers are added as the planning cycle continues. So for a national special security event, those first 90 days are generally all national offices, all federal partners are coming together to identify their specific roles, their specific responsibilities, what title authorities they have, what title authorities they're going to ask to expand upon, what are, at the national level, the perceived threats to my particular event as it unfolds. The next 90 days are when the local governments or the state level governments come in. And the first wave is generally your security, your transportation, and your EMS or medical system side of the house. And then they coordinate with the federal partners on, this is a federal planning assumption, now use a local perspective to say, these are our known local challenges, these are our local threats, and they start building out what we would refer to as individual playbooks. So a national special security event potentially could have up to 26 to 30 operating planning groups working simultaneously in different sectors to build out an overall picture for the special event. So when you think about an NSSE, and if you're not part of large-scale planning or you're not part of a government system, think about the Republican National Convention, think about the Democratic National Convention, think about NATO, think about the Super Bowl or the World Series. All of those events reach a national level attention because large group of people in a consolidated space, high media visibility, both locally within the United States and generally internationally. So your planning scenarios start to grab from local impact, regional impact, national impact, worldwide impact. And over the course of approximately 18 to 20 months, those working groups start consolidating their individual plans into what becomes the master playbook. And the master playbook is held by the incident commander and the senior command teams, and they know by working group what each character group is doing, what their intent is, what their capabilities are, what their resources are, and it allows them at the senior leader level to start forecasting out planning scenarios. So they'll come up with a series of scenarios and then they'll release those targeted to each of the working groups. So an NSSE is a very long planned out process. The advice I always give to my colleagues or people that are asking my opinion on how do you start planning for a special event? And I'm a firm believer in reading what's available on special events that have occurred in other jurisdictions. Go out and see what did they do, who was involved, so that you have an understanding. And as we talk about with planning, I always look at the end state. Where do I want to be? And I work my way backward to where am I at today? Different subject matter expertise, and then come up with my base. Where do we want to be? Where are we today? And how do we plan together to get to the end result? And we talk about coordination because you have to, and collaboration because you want to. This is the collaborative moment. This is when everyone is coming out, nothing is off the table. Let's just put everything out there, assumptions, tragedy, potential. This is gonna be the greatest thing ever. We don't need to do anything, get it all out there. And then you start to sort and organize so that you have a logical progression of how you get from point A to the end result.